Alright, let's make this simple. Have you ever seen code and wondered why one tiny symbol can break everything? Just one missing bracket or one forgotten semicolon, and suddenly nothing works. Why? Because code has grammar, just like English. Today, I will show you the secret grammar behind every program. And once you understand it, code will make much more sense. Imagine sending someone this message. Let's see it, John. Now remove one comma. Let's see to John. Same words, very different meaning. Programming works the same way. Tiny symbols matter. A missing bracket or a missing quote, one forgotten semicolon, the computer gets confused. Not because your idea is wrong, because the grammar is wrong. Humans can guess, computers can't. That's the big idea. Here is something important. Computers do not guess, ever. If you make a mistake, the computer doesn't think they probably meant this. It simply says, I don't understand. Think about talking to someone. If you say something unclear, they can ask questions. A computer can't. It follows the rules, exactly. That's why coding feels so strict. So what is syntax? Syntax is simply the grammar of code. Just like English has grammar, programming has grammar too. Grammar tells us how to build sentences. Syntax tells us how to build code. It decides which words to use, which symbols to use, what order they go in, and how everything fits together. If the grammar is correct, the computer understands. If not, it stops. So remember, syntax is just the rule book. Humans are very flexible. Computers are not. For example, someone might say, I goes to school. That's not perfect English, but you still understand it. Now imagine writing code. You forget a symbol, the computer stops immediately. It doesn't try to help. It doesn't guess. It simply says, this is not valid. That's the difference. People understand meaning. Computers understand structures. Now let's talk about symbols. They are not decorations. Every symbol has a job. Parentheses, braces, quotes, commas. Each one tells the computer something. For example, parentheses usually hold information. Braces group instructions together. Quotes mean this is a text. Without these symbols, the computer doesn't know what belongs where. Think of them as punctuation. Just like a full stop ends a sentence, these symbols organize your code. So what happens next? Syntax does not only organize code, it also controls what happens. Look at an if statement. The computer checks a condition. If it's true, one block runs. Otherwise, a different block runs. Think about a password. If the password is correct, the door opens. Otherwise, you see an error. The computer simply follows the instructions step by step. Now here is the frustrating part. Your idea can be perfect, your logic can be correct, but one missing symbol breaks everything. In this example, the closing parenthesis is missing. That's it, just one character. The computer can't finish reading the instruction, so it stops. Not because your idea is bad, because the grammar is incomplete. So what do programmers do? They debug. It sounds complicated, but it isn't. Debugging syntax means find the grammar mistake, then fix it, then run the program again. That's all. Think of it like proofreading an essay. You spot the typo, you fix it, you read it again. Programming works exactly the same way. Now the missing symbol is back. Nothing else changed. The idea stayed the same. The logic stayed the same. Only the grammar changed. And now the computer understands. That's why programmers often spend time looking for tiny mistakes. Sometimes the smallest fix solves the biggest problem. Let's think bigger. Every app is having a conversation with you. You tap a button, the app listens, then it responds. Tap. Code runs. Something happens. Maybe a page opens. Maybe a game starts. Maybe a message appears. Every interaction follows grammar. Without syntax, that conversation couldn't happen. Here is the bigger picture. Syntax does not only help code run, it defines what is possible. It decides what the user can do. What buttons work? What pages open? What information moves? When you use an app, you only see the interface, but underneath, there is another world. The grammar of code. Invisible but essential. Let's quickly recap. Syntax is the grammar of code. Small symbols create big meaning. And debugging syntax is simply fixing the grammar. Once you understand these ideas, coding becomes much less scary. So here is the secret. Programming is not about memorizing symbols. It's about learning a language. A language that computers understand. Every bracket, every quote, every semicolon has a purpose. Once you learn the grammar, you can tell a computer exactly what to do. And that's how every website, every app, every game comes to life. Programming is not magic, it's just logic, one small idea at a time. And together, those ideas build amazing things.